Hello there and welcome to my channel. My name is Alicia. I make roller skating content here on YouTube. I'm also participating in the Moxi 365 challenge over on Instagram, so make sure to give me a follow over there if you're interested in keeping up with the journey. So today I thought I would do the comparison of all comparisons. I have been skating now on both my Moxi lollies and my Moonlight rollers for about 2 months. So I thought I would kind of do a comparison of what I've been experiencing with both boots. Both are amazing, but they, each have their pros and cons. So I'm gonna go over that today in this video for you guys. Alright, so the first thing that I want to touch on is price. The Moonlight roller boots come in at $250 while the Moxi lollies come in at $350. So kind of keep that in mind as we're going through the rest of the comparisons, but the Moxi lollies are about $100 more. With that being said, if you are still kind of looking into roller skating and you don't want to jump in and spend all the money in the world, but you do want a really nice boot, I think that the Moonlight roller is an awesome option for you, but we'll get into that a little bit more throughout the video. Okay, so in my previous 2 videos I did do an unboxing of each of the boots where I kind of went over all of the details, so if you want kind of a more in-depth review of each boot, go check out those videos. I'll link them down below. But with that being said, I'm going to pop the kind of specs up on the screen here real quick so you can kind of see the differences between those. Okay, so as for riding in each boot, I really enjoy, each boot and for different reasons. The Moxi lollies, whenever I put them on my feet, it definitely morphs to my foot more. It kind of is easier to do quick foot actions because it doesn't feel like I have this big bulky boot on, and it kind of just morphs right onto my foot. It feels like an extension of my foot. I think because of the type of padding that they use inside of it, it's like a memory foam. Whereas the Moonlight roller is a little more constructed. It doesn't morph to your foot as much. But with that being said, it is still a little flimsy on the edges. I'll also get into that here a little more in a second whenever I give you a close-up. Okay, so each boot is marketed to say that there's no break-in time. I definitely think that's true on the Moxi lollies. I didn't experience a break-in time at all. I was able to hop right on and just ride for hours and not have to worry about it. Meanwhile, the Moonlight rollers, I did experience a break-in time. It wasn't very long, it was about 2 weeks. Those first 2 weeks, I could definitely tell my legs were so sore afterwards. My feet kind of hurt, quite a bit, and I had my trucks and everything loose, as loose as my lollies were, so I don't think that was the reasoning. So there definitely was a small break-in time, nothing too crazy. After those 2 weeks were over, they're super comfortable, and I do like the way that they fit. They are known to kind of be friendlier for wider foot people. I have a wide foot. I'm somebody that, wedges are not a part of my life, unfortunately. I can't do a wedge. So, I was kind of worried at first that the Moxi lollies weren't going to be able to handle the width of my foot, but they actually do really well. The Moonlight rollers, I don't know if it's just like my feet in particular, but there is a spot where my foot kind of hits the edge a little bit that is kind of tight and uncomfortable, but the toe box is nice and wide, so your toes can kind of wiggle around in there a lot more than the Moxi lollies. On the Moxi lollies, once your foot's in there, it kind of just stays snug and nice and tight. As for weight comparison, the Moonlight rollers are a tiny bit lighter, but with that being said, I've added my own accessories to each boot, so now it's like not even comparable for me to compare the weight of my boots, but you know, straight out of the box, the Moonlight rollers are going to be a tiny bit lighter. Okay, so the Suede has kept up really well on both. Like I said, I've been rolling on them for about 2 months now, so I'm not seeing too much damage going on, so you can really tell that the Suede is super high quality in both of the boots. Okay, so both boots also come with an adjustable toe stop, which in my opinion is vital. I don't know, now that I've had adjustable toe stops, I don't know if I could go back to doing a bolt on. So if you're a beginner just trying to get into skating and you're kind of wondering, you know, the difference between a boot with a bolt on or an adjustable toe stop, I would definitely recommend an adjustable toe stop. I personally like putting my toe stops really high so I can kind of get used to the feeling of taking my toe stops out eventually. So, you know, if that is something that is important to you, both boots do have that feature. Both boots also do have the quick lace eyelets. One of the differences though is that the Moonlight rollers does have the tongue catch here, so that kind of helps the tongue stay in place. I will say it does really help on my Moxis. Whenever I skate on those, the tongue definitely does slide to the left and right. So the Moonlight roller, I will definitely give them extra points for putting that lace catch there. So as far as agility goes, I definitely feel like the Moxi lollies allow me to kind of move my feet in a more free manner. The Moon boots are really great, but the tongue is so thick that I feel like a lot of movements I kind of get stuck on because the tongue is so thick. You know, a lot of like jam moves, like trying to dribble and stuff like that, are definitely going to be easier on the Moxi lollies in my opinion. While the Moon boots are kind of known for being a more structured boot, I will say the ankle support isn't as well as I thought it was going to be before I got the boots. It turns out that the ankle support is kind of lacking. I have, you know, twisted my ankle a lot in those boots. You know, it's like I said, it's kind of hard to go forward, but going, because the tongue is so thick, but going sideways, it's definitely a lot easier to kind of like crank your ankle over rather than the Moxis, because, and I think it's because the ankle part is a lot shorter than the lollies are, so I'm not sure if that's the reason or just like the structure inside of the boot or what, but I do experience that the lollies are more, you know, structured and keep my ankles nice and tight and safe. Skating for long periods of time for me, I'm definitely going to pick my Moxi lollies up over the Moon boots. Like I was saying earlier, because the Moon boots I do kind of experience some tightness around certain parts of my foot where it kind of gets uncomfortable after a while. When on the Moxi lollies, I feel like the way that the material is, it just really forms to your foot after a while, so that doesn't really, I don't really experience that on those, so I can go, you know, longer distances on my Moxi lollies without having to stop because my feet are hurting. Alright guys, so I thought I would put on both of these skates at the same time so you can really tell the difference of what the skates look like on and kind of how they bend, and how I was talking about the ankle support before, so go ahead and check it out. So yeah, you can definitely tell like the Moonlight rollers have more of like a thick tongue here rather than the lollies, so bending your ankle is going to be a little bit harder, whereas the lollies, you have a little bit more stretch there. As far as the ankle support goes, if I bend my ankle here, the boot stays supported all the way through, right? And so on this side even, you can see how the boot doesn't bend too much. But here on the Moonlight rollers, it's definitely going to bend quite a bit more. So just be aware of that when purchasing these, that it's a little bit easier to like twist your ankle out. They're going to be a size 7 men's, and I am in a size 8.5 women's. So alright, so to kind of wrap everything up, I really love both the Moxi Lolly and the Moonlight rollers. I would recommend each to anyone who's looking to get a pair of roller skates. If you've already, you know, gotten a beginner pair of skates and you're kind of looking for something to bump up your skill, I would definitely recommend going with the Moxi Lollies. If you're kind of, you know, more of a beginner and you want a really, you know, nice boot at a fair price, the Moonlight rollers is a great option. Both are going to be a great choice either way. Really, it's all about personal preference here. They both, you know, have amazing designs and come in so many incredible, beautiful colors. But yeah, in my opinion, if I had to choose one over the other, I think I would pick the Moxi Lollies. Just because, like I said, I can go longer distances in them. They're more comfortable on my foot personally. I do like the ankle support more on the Moxi Lollies. I feel like they are like, since the ankle is taller, it really can hold my ankle nice and tight without me flip-flopping left and right. Yeah, so if there is anything, you know, that I missed in this video, please don't hesitate to comment down below and let me know, and I will get back to you guys. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this little comparison of the Moxi Lollies and the Moonlight roller. If you did, please don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and hit that subscribe button down below. It is a free way to support your girl, so don't forget to do that, as well as give me a follow over on Instagram at HeyAlicia. I'm doing the Moxi 365 challenge over there, so definitely go check it out and keep up with me. And if you are also doing the challenge, comment down below, and I will definitely be your accountability. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and we will see you next time. Bye!